Many Marvel fans are unaware and would likely not be fans of Marvel had they known that not only does Marvel have Spider-Man make a pact with the devil, but they have also relatively recently portrayed Iron Man as being the son of Satan in Marvel canon. This is especially significant because Marvel has built the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe around Iron Man, the godfather of the Marvel characters, who they rolled out as their main hero in 2008 with the first Iron Man movie. Iron Man would later play the central role of saving the world from Thanos in Avengers Endgame. In 2020, even random online sites ran headlines like, "We got this covered." Marvel reveals that Iron Man is actually the Antichrist. In this article, we read that, quote, Tony teams up with a talking snake who's actually Mephisto, the Marvel Universe's devil, end quote. Others like menshealth.com ran the headline, Marvel Comics just casually revealed that Iron Man is the Antichrist, stating in their article, quote, Marvel dropped a bombshell in a new issue of the Avengers comic, end quote. Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, is actually the son of Mephisto, the devil, and not Howard Stark. In the year 2020, in previews for Avengers number 31, Tony Stark, the character whom the entire Marvel Universe has revolved around through the Avengers Endgame, remembers an incident from when he was a child that give him clues that his soul has apparently belonged to Satan from a very young age. Tony Stark as a child remembers from, quote, years ago, stating, quote, my father was a man of science and secrets. When little Tony walks into a room in his parents' mansion, he witnesses his father Howard Stark and other people dressed in black robes and conducting a satanic ritual and worship of the devil. Little Tony Stark then sees his parents and others asked to make sacrifices to the devil. The sacrifices that are offered include human flesh and blood. Others are depicted as offering their very souls. Tony is then greeted by one who is referred to as the devil, and Tony declares, that was the night I saw the face of the devil. Later in Iron Man's life, in his quest to find the origins of an ancient iron mask, Tony Stark goes back into time, and Mephisto, who we have seen is somewhat equivalent to the devil in the Marvel Universe, appears in the form of a serpent, a biblical reference to Satan in both the book of Genesis and the book of Revelation. When the devil tells him he is there to collect Tony's soul, Tony Stark admits that he sold his soul a long time ago. The devil inquires of Tony, quote, do you know how someone becomes the smartest man in the world? To which Tony replies, well, I know how I did it. To which Mephisto replies, no, you don't. You don't know the price that was paid. You don't know what it cost Howard Stark. Implying that not just Howard Stark, but Tony Stark's intelligence or knowledge came from the very one who offered knowledge through the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Tony then finds out that his dad became the smartest man in the world, not by selling his own soul, but at the price of Howard Stark's firstborn son's soul, that of Tony Stark himself. According to Marvel, Tony Stark finds out that he is really the son of Satan. Mephisto, the ruler of demons, says, quote, you belong to me, little Stark, no matter the era. Why do you think Howard adopted you? You were the price he had to pay. Look into my eyes, Tony. You know me. I'm your real father. Later in the story, Tony Stark implies that he would finally and willingly join the devil, stating, quote, I know the devil will be back for one last temptation. And if you can't beat him, well, you know what they say, implying that if you cannot beat him, he will join him. Tony Stark, even though Marvel at times likes to promote him as an atheist, further says that he has always believed in the devil, stating, quote, ever since he was the guest of honor at my dad's party. Marvel portrays Tony Stark as kind of minimizing the seriousness of finding out that he's the Antichrist, the son of Satan, as though it's all just kind of part of growing up. They have Tony Stark say, quote, finding out your father is the head of some kind of secret satanic millionaires club, I suppose that's part of growing up. Satan tells Tony to look into his eyes and says, quote, can't you see the resemblance? And tells Iron Man he will make him Earth's mightiest hero, a reference to the biblically prophesied Antichrist, which for the lost world, and from a biblical perspective, would be the biblically prophesied Antichrist in the guise of a savior. Later, Tony Stark's father, Howard Stark, tells Mephisto he will help him use Tony Stark and praises Mephisto, declaring, quote, I'm yours to command, all hail Mephisto. Subsequently, it is revealed that Mephisto, or Satan, has been the puppet master working behind the scenes of the Marvel Universe, pulling the strings of almost every Marvel villain and making deals with supposed Marvel superheroes and anti-heroes alike.